Hello everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of themoviewizard.com, and today we're going to talk about politics. Just giving you a heads up. No cartoons, no nothing, politics. If there's any noise coming outside, it's because there's construction, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm going to try to get this done quickly because this is like the third attempt I've made to record this, and my camera keeps messing up, and I don't know why. Anyway, I have been reading a lot of stuff on Facebook and the internet, and from people who are saying they're not going to vote in this election. And then I've been reading articles, and this is what I kind of want to mainly talk about, where some people, including, famous blogger Matt Walsh, have been saying, they can't vote in this election because, as a Christian, you cannot vote in good conscience. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. Whether you're a Christian or not, you absolutely need to vote. There's no question, there's no excuse. I'm sorry, there isn't. Yes, a Trump and Clinton election is depressing. And all you Bernie Sanders supporters, don't come forward and say Sanders could still win the nomination. He's not going to win the nomination. It's going to be Trump and Clinton. Just need to accept that. I like the guy. He's not going to get the nomination. I know it's depressing, but elections are about so much more than just the presidency. Because you're not only voting for the president, you're voting for senators. You're voting for congressmen and congresswomen. You are voting for representatives to represent you and your country and your state. You are also voting for them. You are voting for more than just the presidency. And admittingly, the congressmen are probably more important than the presidency. Has nobody learned anything from House of Cards? House of Cards is a show that pretty much shows the government as a house of cards. Basically, you have the congressmen and the bills to the point where the president is almost besides the point. The president can sign bills into law, but he's not making the laws. He's just approving the laws that are handed in front of him. That is exactly what it is in real life. The president can only sign and veto laws that he or maybe soon she is handed. And since that is the case, you want to vote on congressmen who are going to write and approve the legislation that matches up with your values, whatever those may be. Also, you will be voting on propositions themselves. Every election, there are propositions on the ballot, and if you disagree with them, you owe it to yourself to go to the polls and reject them. And if you agree with all the propositions, you owe it to yourself to go to the polls to approve them. I don't care if, as a Christian, you cannot in good conscience vote for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. In fact, if you can't, vote for a third party or do a write-in. I mean, what do you care? If both of those candidates are washed anyway, you might as well throw your vote away on a third party. I mean, just to say that you voted, but you didn't vote for one of those two people. But to all those, like Ted Cruz supporters who says they will not vote for Donald Trump, and all of those Bernie Sanders supporters who will say they will not vote for Hillary Clinton. And trust me, Bernie Sanders supporters, you are going to be very disappointed in a couple weeks yourselves, because Sanders is not getting the nomination. But I understand not wanting to vote for either of these candidates. They're awful candidates. It's embarrassing that they're our main contenders. It really is. But you still need to vote. You need to vote for the congressmen who will be writing the laws that concerns your lives so much. And you need to vote on the legislation, or the propositions, I should say, that's on the ballot so that you can still show the president and Congress where you stand on certain issues and where you want the country to go. Republicans, Democrats, if you think not voting in this election is going to prove a point, you're fools. You're absolute fools. Get out there and vote. Stop complaining because your chosen candidate didn't get picked. My chosen candidate, Ben Carson, had no shot of being a nominee. I'm still going to go out and vote, even with a Donald and Hillary ballot. Will I vote for Donald or Hillary? No. I will vote for a third party because I don't care about either of them. So I'm going to take my own advice. But the congressmen and the propositions, those your vote still does impact. And those are arguably more important than who's president. So, stop complaining, go vote, and if you're going to comment, flame responsibly. Okay, that's it. I gotta stop before this makes me more upset.